How do you become an extrovert when you are actually an introvert? Now, I am actually an ambivert. What it means is I'm actually introvert by nature, that I like to be by myself, but I could be an extrovert at certain times in an environment that I'm comfortable with. Now, I know it's hard to believe when you watch my videos all the time on social media and you know that I speak to large groups of people, but in private, I'm actually quite introvert. That I like my own space. That I like not to be bothered, right? So that's an introvert. However, over the years, I've learned that just by being introvert in certain areas, especially when it comes to business, that holds me back. The reason is, in business, it requires you to talk to people, right? Imagine when you're growing up. Think about it. When you're growing up, what did your parents tell you? Don't talk to strangers, right? You're gonna get kidnapped, right? They're gonna do something harmful to you, right? So it's always growing up, you have this fear, you develop this fear of, I don't want to talk to strangers. It's very scary, it's very, very dangerous. Well, guess what? After now you're an adult, when you're out there in the real world, if you don't talk to strangers, you're broke. In fact, I say the amount of success, the amount of money is in direct proportion to how many strangers that you talk to every single day. Because in business, what is it all about? It is about getting attention. Number one, after getting attention is turning a stranger into a friend, turning a friend into a customer to a raving fan. That's what business is all about. That's what sales is all about. It's pretty simple. So if you're not talking to strangers, you are not making more money. You cannot be making more money. Marketing is putting your offer, putting your story, putting your product in front of people who didn't know you before. They've never heard of you before. That's called marketing. Who are these people? They're all strangers. So that's what I'm talking about. So you gotta be comfortable. So a few things that I did. Number one, as an introvert, I joined Toastmasters. I learned how to speak in public, to get out of my comfort zone so that I can be a little bit more comfortable talking to people. I forced myself to go to networking functions, to go to business functions, to talk to people, to learn to ask questions, even though it was uncomfortable, but I knew I need to get out of my comfort zone. So now, through training and through conditioning, that I could be an extrovert when necessary. Now, most of the time, I'm still very private, right? I could be in my room just thinking and doing and brainstorming and reading the whole day and not talk to a single person the whole day. And I'm very comfortable with just being by myself. Or I could go out there and I could talk to a huge group of audience, or even connecting with you on social media. I'm perfectly okay as well. So it's trained. Don't feel like, this is who I am. Yes, by nature, you're naturally maybe more like an introvert, but through time, through skills, through training, you could expand your comfort zone. Because think about how many opportunities, comment below, you're missing because you're shy, because you don't want to talk to people, because you don't want to talk to strangers. You're afraid to present, you're afraid to articulate your ideas, you're afraid to communicate. How many opportunities have you lost? How much money are you leaving on the table? And what is preventing you from going to that next level? Comment below.